TJ, the floor is yours, sir.
Oh.
It is now time for TJ's Top 5, a.k.a. TJ's Big Ass Grab Bag. Go for it, sir.
Hey, Jay Philly, hit that music. All right, kaboom. Guess who stepped in the room? Look, TJ here. 28 years ago today, fellas, something fantastic happened.
What's that?
One of my all-time favorite movies was released, and that is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yes.
Starring one of my all-time favorite comics, Jim Carrey. And you know Ace Ventura, he was the pet detective. He had to go save the Miami Dolphins mascot, Snowflake, and rescue their quarterback, Dan Marino. And if you've seen the movie, I'm sure, it's great. And it got me to thinking, man. It got me to thinking about athletes in movies having cameos, right? What are some of the greatest athlete cameos that we have? So I decided to reach into the big ass grab bag and pull out 5. And I've got to just tell you this right now. I wanted a cameo, right? Something quick. A guy who popped into a movie unexpectedly and then got out. So like Dan Marino and Ace Ventura, kind of a main character, right?
Okay.
Kevin Garnett in Uncut Gems, he's kind of a main character. Right. I don't really consider that cameo. So this is TJ's top 5 cameos. Now, we're going to start off at number 5. We've got a 2-time Super Bowl champion, 1-time NFL Most Valuable Player, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, quite possibly the greatest football player of all time, and that's Mr. Lawrence Taylor in The Waterboy. Now, this was a true cameo. He popped in for a scene, and if you know what you know about Lawrence Taylor, the fact that he said this line, gentlemen, that brings me to our next point, don't smoke crack. I mean, hilarity ensued. That's why I got to put Lawrence in my top 5.
I can't wait to hear your top 4 now. Okay.
All right, so then coming in at number 4, you know, like I said, I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan, and we got another Jim Carrey movie. From this guy, he was a professional hockey Hall of Famer, 4-time All-Star, and that's Cam Neely in the diner scene.
Seabass.
And you know, he didn't say this line, but the line "kick his ass, Seabass" has now become iconic. And then when he spit into the sandwich of Jeff Daniels, it was just like brown tobacco spit. It was gross. But yeah, Cam Neely, you got to put him in there as one of the best sports cameos of all time. Yeah. All right, coming in at number 3, we got a 6-time NBA champion, a 2-time Finals MVP, a 6-time MVP of the league, 19-time All-Star. We mentioned him earlier today, one of the greatest, most unstoppable weapons in all of sports, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Airplane.
Yes!
All right, you got Roger Murdoch, and when Roger Murdoch snatches up little Joey by his shirt, and he tells his dad to, or he tells his old man, I should say, to try dragging Walton and Lear up and down the court.
That's right.
Come on, that's Kareem. And the thing was, Kareem was kind of surly back in the day. He wasn't that friendly, so this was really kind of a big deal to have Kareem.
Well, and then when they also, because he passes out, and then they drag him up the aisle of the airplane, and suddenly he's in his Lakers uniform in that moment. That is a great moment. All right, so this is great. Top 2. Top 2.
So coming in at number 2, TJ's top 5 all-time best athlete cameos, we have a Super Bowl champion and a 3-time Most Valuable Player. Now, this guy shows up at the very end of this movie, but he's kind of like a running theme. Like, we hear his name a lot. We don't really think he's coming. And at the very end of the movie, he pops up. And that is Green Bay Packer legend Brett Favre. And there's something about Mary. And, you know, and he's got that classic line, well, you know, what in the hell is Brett Favre doing here? But then I'm in town to play the Dolphins, dumbass. I don't know how many takes that took.
Her boyfriend is Brett the whole movie, and it turns out to be Brett Favre.
It's supposed to be Drew Bledsoe.
That's
Brett
right.
Favre.
That's right.
What the hell is Brett Favre doing?
Amazing.
Okay, I think I know what number 1 is.
And number 1 is, you've got, let's just put it this way, the Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year. He was the, you know, baddest man on the planet. Mike Tyson in The Hangover was someone we were all afraid of, right? To see Mike Tyson pop up and then from singing In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins and doing the air drums till he knocks out Zach Galifianakis, to the tiger in the bathroom, to his line at the end when he goes, and I got to kind of paraphrase a little, we all do dumb stuff when we're messed up. I think nobody expected the comedy chops of Iron Mike Tyson, and that's why I got him at number 1 in TJ's top 5 athlete cameos. And as always, man, I'm looking forward to your ideas, but remember, we want a cameo. We don't want a guy who's like the whole movie. We want someone who popped in, was memorable, and got back out. And that's kind of how I did my list.
I have one. I thought you would have him in. So we got in. How do you not choose Reggie Jackson in Naked Gun?
It came down between.
He tried to kill the Queen.
Yeah, it came down between Reggie Jackson.
How do you not? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it came down between Reggie Jackson and Lawrence Taylor for number 5, and I went back and forth, and I just thought that Lawrence Taylor saying the crack line was funnier than anything else. So
Reggie being under hypnosis by Ricardo Montalban, I might add.
Yeah, he was definitely in there. If I had a top 6, Rich, would have been Reggie.
Don't smoke crack.
I must kill the Queen.
I must kill the Queen.
All right,
I gotta watch Ace Ventura tonight.
Good job. That's good stuff. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.